All right, so right here we got the presynaptic neuron. It's the neuron on the top. This is the neuron that fires the neurotransmitters as a result of an action potential. And it fires the neurotransmitters from the axon terminal into the dendrites. Okay, so the receptor sites are located on the dendritic spines, which are these Twizzlers right here. They're located on the ends of them. And this is where the neurotransmitters attach to after passing through the synaptic gap.
Alright, so next we have the dendrite spine, which is a small protrusion from a neuron's dendrite that typically receives input from a single axon at the synapses. It stores, dendrite spines serve as storage sites for synaptic strength and help transmit electrical signals to the neuron cell body. And they're located right here on the gummy worms. They're little Twizzler spikes. Next, we got the cell body, also known as the soma. We use green lifesavers, which are located around the nucleus, and they are the part of the neuron that contains the nucleus, which directs the manufacture of substances that the neuron needs for growth and maintenance.
All right, so right here we got the axon. The axon for us is the whole Twizzler body right here, and the axon is the part of the neuron that carries information away from the cell body and towards other cells. Okay, so right here is the postsynaptic neuron. It receives neurotransmitters at the dendrites, which have receptor sites on them, and it either continues or it inhibits the action potential from the previous presynaptic neuron. All right, so in our diagram here, the nodes represent the neurotransmitters, and some of the nodes also represent synaptic vessels, and the neurotransmitters are inside the synaptic vessels. And what the neurotransmitters do is they go across the synaptic gap, which is right here, and they transmit information away from one neuron and into the next neuron.
All right, next we have the myelin sheath. We used our fruit roll-ups, and we wrapped them around the Twizzler. So the myelin sheath is a layer of fatty tissue that insulates the axon and increases the velocity of conduction of the action potential along the axon.
Yeah.
Next, we have our dendrites, which we used the gummy worms to represent. The dendrites are a neuron's busy branching extensions that receive messages and conduct impulses towards the cell body. Most neurons have numerous dendrites, which increase the surface area, allowing each neuron to receive input from many other neurons.
All right, so the nodes of Ranvier are the gaps located on the axon between the myelin sheath. They are densely populated with sodium channels. And as the action potential reaches each node of the Ranvier, these sodium channels open and cause an influx of sodium ions. This regenerates the action potential to prevent it from decaying as it travels down the axon.